This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents the People Before Politics show, the news with the Black point of view.
Thank you to everyone who supported us through Super Chat. Your contributions keep independent media alive and thriving. We couldn't do it without you. Stand up, speak out, rock the message that matters, community before party. Get your shirt today and let your vote wear your interest and values over party loyalty. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind the scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power. The Black Tax Pivot. How to survive and thrive under the Trump cuts. Free for a limited time, then available for $7.99 on Amazon. Inside, we break down how to use the new tax code to your advantage, how to restructure your business or start one, why trades and skills are your gateway to wealth, how to shift from spending to ownership fast. We don't have to like the game, but we better learn how to win it. No more excuses. Learn the code, build the power, own your future.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. What happened to our applause, man? What's going on? Well, our applause is not working, man.
I heard it.
Oh, I didn't hear nothing. I hear absolutely nothing. Peace and blessings, everybody. Damon K. Jones, AJ Woodson.
Yo,
and we are here.
Go, Damon. It's your birthday.
Oh,
It's your birthday.
man, I'm too old to be moving around like that, brother.
Yo, why am I hearing that? I have nothing else on.
I don't hear anything. Now it stopped.
I hear echo when I talk.
Then you got something on.
I have nothing on.
You got your TV. You got your computer on. I don't hear no echo.
Anyway, just want to give a shout to my man, 50 grand. Damon K. Jones today is his birthday. So everybody, my man, happy birthday shout. Also happy birthday to our sister Tasha Young.
Tasha Young.
Your birthday twin. Word up. And 2 more days. We got Dr. Bob's birthday in 2 days. So happy birthday to Dr. Bob in 2 days.
Yep, definitely. Peace out to Dr. Bob, Tasha Young, my man, love you. Yep, thank you. My man Larry Whittle, he's born today. Talked to him earlier today. Happy birthday, brother. May everybody who has a birthday today and enjoy your day. I'm out of here tomorrow. I'm leaving the country. I'm done. I'm taking a break. And
People's Pantry wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. We just trying to do our work. That's all. I'm taking a break next week. All the shows are up for 2 weeks. All the shows I do on YouTube are already loaded up because I am taking a digital break.
That's what's up.
I am taking a digital break for the week. I don't know if my wife can handle it, but I'm going to at least try the Wednesday before I log on to see what's going on. But I'm trying to take me a little digital fast. That leave my phones down and just deal with nature and the sunshine and some tequila and a whole lot of Terramana tequila. So that might just keep me asleep. So I don't have no time to be looking at no phone on no laptop. Unless something breaking happened, I might have to pop open the laptop. But as long as that, all the shows are up for 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. The Black Economy, County Harvest wishes the best. Yes, thank you. Volunteers of the People Pantry, thank you. All the shows up for the next 2 weeks. The Black Economy, Wellness Wednesdays is up, will be up. They all will premiere. So, I'm still on point. All the shows will pop up. Definitely Motivational Thursdays. We have some great shows coming up on all those shows.
So you won't be on the next 2 Sundays?
No, I'll be on next Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I just did them for the next 2 weeks because if I come home Friday, I ain't gonna feel like doing nothing for the next week. So I just knocked them out. I just knocked them out, man. We're gonna have later on today. We're gonna have Rose Langisa. I know I messed the name up. And Dr. Deborah Diamond. They do the Wakanda event, and they're doing another event too that they told me on the phone. But I'll let them discuss the Wakanda event that's been going on in Mount Vernon for a while now, right? It's been a couple of years now they've been doing that.
Yeah, we was invited a couple of years ourselves.
Yeah. So they're gonna talk on that, and they're gonna talk on the other projects that they're working on. And we had Bill Swartz to come on at 7, but he kindly had to decline because he was advised by his lawyers. We were going to talk about the lawsuit against the Board of Ed. Not the Board of Ed, I'm sorry, against the Board of Election, Westchester County Board of Election, which is an overdue lawsuit. I'm going to say it again. It's an overdue lawsuit. Shanice Coleman is not on Facebook, but says you're one of the best brothers. Happy birthday. Yes, tell her thank you. Tell her thank you. It's a overdue. What's happening? It's an overdue lawsuit, I think, to address the conflict of interest that goes on in the Westchester County Board of Elections. So and I talked to him today, and he's ready to fight. He's ready to take it as far as he can take it. And the lawyer just don't want him to say anything on the air to allow them to try to put a dismissal of the case. And I told him I don't blame him. So,
that's why we recommend that people come on with their lawyers.
Yeah,
because sometimes I'm just saying we've recommended over the years that people come on with their lawyer, so they don't say nothing that. I mean, it'd be great for us, a great TV or great radio, but sometimes people say stuff that might mess up their lawsuit.
Yeah, but full disclosure, I didn't know he had a lawyer. A lot of times those cases are pro se, right? So I didn't know he had a lawyer. Well, Jesus, it never fails. Yeah, go ahead, talk.
So yeah, I'm talking about stories. There's an echo when AJ is speaking. See, it's only when Damon's on. I told Damon it ain't got nothing to do with my end because you don't hear it now, and Damon's not on. And I knew it wasn't me. Thanks, Kenny. Yo, shout out to my brother Kenneth Chamberlain Jr. You still hear echo now? Now that Damon's not on, I told him it was on his end for some reason. Anyway, so we working on. Am I still echoing? Because somebody else just texted me too. Nah, I'm not echoing now. So yeah, it's now that Damon is off. It's something on Damon's side. I was telling him that earlier, and he was like, "No, it's my side." Yo, so We're working on the 11th anniversary issue right now. This is the last few days to advertise. If you want to advertise, make a donation to celebrate the anniversary, hit us, blackwestchester@gmail.com. Working on a couple of stories. I just heard from Leslie Samore, former Mount Vernon City School District President. Back in 2017, Richard Thomas' brother Butch wrote a lot of defamatory stuff about Leslie, and he did a forensic. He got a forensic investigator, found out that it all came from Butch. He then took him to court and won, and was awarded a total of $45,000, which to this day has not been paid. And he just got a letter today that Butch is filing for bankruptcy. So I'm gathering all the information on that. I did get a quote from him. I'm hoping that he'll come on later to speak about it himself, but if not, he gave me a quote that reads, "It's unfortunate that it had to come down to this with Butch. I considered Butch a friend. He did work for me at my house and for my clients. However, I think the influence of Joe Spezio was overwhelming, and he and his brother Richie were getting money from Spezio, and they both lost their better judgment, specifically Butch, when he decided to collaborate with Spezio to write these false and defamatory stories on me. The era of people writing baseless and defamatory statements against each other needs to stop. It's very difficult to hide behind fake internet and social media accounts nowadays. You can find out, you will be found out. The judgment against Butch in my favor proves that. Just don't do it. We can agree to disagree, but there's never a reason to make personal attacks that are baseless and can damage people's reputation. I hope that we can all be on the same team for a better and more prosperous Mount Vernon." That was his quote. That I'm working on that story right now. Again, like I said, Butch wrote some as Leslie put it, some defamatory stuff about him, and I think he was doing it under like fake profiles and fake email blast or whatever with no name on it, and Leslie was able to get a forensic accountant investigator and tracked it back to his IP or whatever they do, and he took him to court. The judge ruled in Leslie's favor in 2023, I think to the tune of $45,000, which Butch had never paid. And as of July, early this month, Butch filed for bankruptcy. Looking at the paper now, looks like the papers were filed on July 3rd, but Leslie just received a letter talking about it. So we're working on that story as a follow-up. We covered the other stories on all of this, so we're just going to do the follow-up. And so you got a notice letting them know there was a notice of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy case. No proof of claim deadline. So, yeah, Leslie, if he can. Yo, Damon. So everyone has confirmed my voice echoes, but only when you on. When you got off, my voice wasn't echoing no more. I don't know why that is.
I don't know.
They said they was hearing the echo.
So do they hear it now?
It just stopped. When you first came back on, I heard it. It stopped just now.
Oh, I have no clue.
Kenny was like, yo, there's an echo. And I was like, when you clicked off, I was like, yo, do you hear it now that Damon's off? He's like, nah. So anyway, it's solved, whatever it is, it's solved. So that's the story I'm working on. Leslie Zamore. If he can, he might pop on later. If not,
what happened? What happened with Leslie Zamore? I wasn't in.
So back in the echo's coming back. So back in 2017.
Oh, maybe it's, you know what? Maybe it's the volume.
Spezio and and Butch was writing a bunch of defamatory stuff, lies, whatever, about Leslie under like fake names and fake emails or whatever it was, and kind of denied it was them. Leslie got a forensic investigator that tracked it all back to him, and then sued him, and the judge ruled in Leslie's favor, and demanded Butch pay $45,000 within the next 20 days and a 9% interest for whatever many times it don't. So anyway, he never paid it. And earlier this month, Butch filed for bankruptcy. And Leslie sent me the stuff, and that'll be the follow-up to the story that's going to be.
Butch was in court. I saw Butch. He was in a suit with a white woman. Led me to believe she was his lawyer or paralegal, and he wasn't looking so happy.
Oh, well, that was
coming off the elevator when I was going on.
Yeah, that was 2023, I believe. He lost the case, and then he had never filed. And Leslie occasionally, from time to time, was like, "Yo, you know, I never received that money. I need to go back to court or whatever." And I don't think he did. But he just got the paperwork, a letter today or in the last couple of days that Butch filed for bankruptcy. So, and I read the comment that he gave me for the story, which is basically he was like, "Yo, Butch was he considered Butch a friend. He had Butch do work for him, had Butch do work for his clients and all that." But when Spezio got involved and him and Richie was getting money from Spezio, he said things changed. So he was like, "I'm disappointed in the brother." So anyway, that's a story that we're working on right now. I've been gathering all the information up earlier today. That'll be on the website and in the paper that's coming out shortly. Yeah, that's the only thing you missed. I was just talking about that when you got off. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, I saw Butch. I was getting on the elevator at the courthouse.
How long ago was this?
When I had the meeting. When I had to go there for the meeting.
Oh, this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't go to the courthouse like that unless it's on business.
Right.
Look, I don't need to go to no court.
Right.
I have no business in no court, but I do have business in the, but I do have business in the courthouse. It's a difference. But I saw him, and he come up shaking his hand, trying to shake my. I'm like, I wanted to Negro, please. Nobody had time, but he didn't. But before he saw who I was, he didn't look happy. He looked kind of perplexed. Walking with a white lady, she might have been a paralegal or his lawyer.
That's interesting. The reason I brought up the other reason, and I'm just throwing this out there just because I am. So what Leslie did, because see, there's people who be saying me and Damon be lying about them, but this is what a businessman do when you lie on them. This is what someone does when you tell lies on them. They take you to court and they prove it, and they win their case.
You have to prove you have to prove your statement.
Right. They don't just cry on Facebook and then just try to discredit you and talk junk and send text messages. They go to court. You know what I'm saying? You're a big businessman. If we lying, go to court. That was the purpose of telling that story. That's what real businessmen do.
So wait a minute.
This is what real businessmen do. This is what real businessmen do.
Speaking. Wait a minute.
I just started you up.
Oh man, I don't even know why you started me up.
I was just throwing that statement out there. That's what real businessmen do.
No. I saw something. Because the other day was Pugsy P's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Pugsy P!
Big shout out to Pugsy P.
Everybody been looking for Pugsy P in this time and era. He definitely needed in this era of politics right now.
And there was something on Facebook on Pugsy P's page.
A word?
Yeah, man. And it was 2016. And this is this and this is and check this out, man. This is crazy, right? Now check this out. This is 2025. Look at this.
Pilots lose taxes income. So Patterson was not the Democratic Party.
2016. 2016.
Those PCO seeks bankruptcy for his garbage company. Another person who used to talk junk and never sued us, but used to always say we were lying.
But my whole point is, you know, people been saying this for years. And to the fact that he finally came out into the open on who he is. Because it has been festering, and now he feels he's safe enough to let people know who he is. So, you know, Mount Vernon's gonna have a fight on their hands.
So
they're gonna have a fight on their hands, and you know, it's gonna be very interesting. Which way things go.
Talking about fight on their hands. So I saw an email, and whether this happens or not, I saw an email that went out telling everybody that still wanted the charter revision, that they still have the power to fill out petitions, X amount of signatures or whatever, to demand it go on the November ballot, and they needed to get X amount, explains it in the email, how much they need to get. And if the city council doesn't do it, they then go back again and they need half the amount. And they explain that process. Yeah. Now whether they do it or not is another story.
I've been saying that from the beginning. It was all a waste. But that's what I said from the beginning. It was all a waste of time.
So whether they do it or not, they're send out an email educating people now. Do they get the 2,800
I said that from the beginning.
I know that's what you said, but I'm because you said that. Because you said that,
I told the president. What are y'all? I told the president on the phone.
Right. Since you said that, and you had said that, I'm just letting you know they put out an email this week.
I mean, good luck. But good luck on getting on actually getting people to sign.
Right.
Getting rid of Morton. Good luck on that.
So the email went out. We'll see what's going to go on. Stay tuned. Black Westchester will keep you updated if there's anything to report on it. If they actually manage to get the signatures, if they actually get to that process, we will report it. But just sharing that did go out this week. So, yeah. And one of the things Leslie said in his quote, I just wanted to put that out there. The days of being able to do fake Facebook pages and email blasts and no one being able to find out who you are, them days is over.
Them days. Listen, after Russia created Blacktivists and all these other pages, and those days is over, man. Like those days is they put so many, you know, because of what the recent accusations from Tulsi Gabbard against the Democrats and the Biden administration, how they manipulated the Russia report against Trump, and how they coordinated with the media and coordinated with Facebook, which Mark Zuckerberg testified that he was threatened by the White House to make sure certain things did not go on certain social media, especially when it came to COVID and health and wellness and alternatives to COVID, which he testified at a hearing that what they did. So now it's a lot of more safeguards on social media that they could find out who did what and who did who.
Even those email blasts. Like if somebody wants to, I mean, Leslie did this years ago, and things is.
Well, I mean, if you know, look, if you know what to do, you got money
for an investigator like Leslie did.
I mean, it will still be hard. They have programs that you're not going to find it. You know, I mean, unless they have. If you want to be hidden, and you got enough money to be hidden, you could be hidden. Trust me. It's just, do you want to pay for that?
The people we talking about ain't spending that kind of money. So it's
I mean,
some of the people we talk about ain't spending that kind of money.
There are good cheap VPN companies that will change your VPN address. I know that for a fact.
Well, anyway, it bottom line, all this shit comes out eventually. So
even
if it don't come out now, it come out eventually. So them days of just being able to do it and you were safe.
No, those days to do it willy-nilly, just get on your computer and just go in there and badmouth people straight from your laptop. Those days is gone.
All the people being attacked by the voice of Mount Vernon and believe in Mount Vernon should combine their resources and hire a forensic investigator. Humbly, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
it would take something like that.
Sooner or later,
I will say, just being who we are. So I saw the emails. The voice of Mount Vernon, when it first came out, the mailing address was Staples. So I was like, I thought it was like, I'm sitting here like, oh, they must be using a P.O. box at the post office. And I'm like, no, that's not the post office address. So I look it up, it's Staples. So when I mention it, they change it. So, which is the First Avenue post office, but there's no P.O. box. And the Believe in Mount Vernon, I believe, is using like the Fleetwood post office with no P.O. box. So, just for the hell of it, I thought I'd send both of them a letter. The post office sent both of them back undeliverable because those are not real addresses. So I just want to put that out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to use a post office, you need a P.O. box. Like, you really need a P.O. box for the mail to be delivered. So
I just don't put an address at all in your email. Like, I mean, I don't know, but it is what it is, man. Look, people in Mount Vernon, y'all have to fight for what y'all want to fight for. I think these two lawsuits is going to be interesting.
There are some things that are written on both of those. There's some things that the voice of Mount Vernon writes that I'm like, I'm not really mad that they wrote some of the things and they asked some of the questions. The problem is, put your name on it, like it's anonymous.
Well, but you know the nature of Mount Vernon. If somebody has a cousin that works for the city, or aunt that works for the city, or this one works for the city, or this one has a relationship with this one, and this one is related to that one, and it like you can't. It's just so there's so many. It's everybody's related to somebody in some type of way, so you can't. If that person that you're related to is not protected, they could either lose their job, be harassed, or dumb stuff that will get somebody hurt.
Like Ernie used to get in trouble for saying this all the time. He said Mount Vernon is too incestuous. And he didn't mean like incest. He meant everybody. What Damon said: either you're related to the person, or my family then married into your family, or we go, or like my mom, like me and Brian Johnson's mom grew up together, so I grew up calling her my aunt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
and that's why somebody. And that's part of the problem why the city's in that condition, because they're not voting for the person that can do the job. They're voting for the person because they ran track from the high school. Oh, let's put her in. She was a track star. Even though they have no understanding, or they don't have no experience to be in that position. So, I mean, look, you get the government that you vote for. If you don't like the way the city is run, if you don't like the way the city is looked, then stop voting the people that you're in. There's nothing wrong with the charter.
Well,
There's not a damn thing wrong with the charter.
There are some loopholes that Richard Spezia was able to
Well, I mean, look, because if you vote for people that don't have integrity and character, they're going to find loopholes. Stop voting for people with no integrity and character. It's not rocket science. It's really not rocket science. We acting like, okay, well, there's a loophole in everything. I've known people at my job that's all they try to do is find loopholes in the policy, and they're always getting in trouble trying to find loopholes. And I'm like, yo, dude, stop. Just do your job. Just do your job. And that's all people ask for. But if they're not doing their job, why you keep voting these people in? It doesn't make sense.
Well, that is the saying. You get the government you vote deserve.
Exactly.
You get the government you vote for.
Exactly. Like you had not one. Let me tell you something. If I was union president and I had to fight to get a raise, and then they turn around and give themselves a huge raise, trust me, I would have been the first one standing against any city council person that's running for any position after they did what they did. PBA was quiet. Fire department, quiet. DPW, quiet. And they jerked y'all. And nobody said nothing. And Caitlin gets back in. Like that's and Danielle just on that measure.
But the one or two people that actually tried to speak up, y'all let them be attacked and didn't stand. Nick, they were just attacking Nick. And I'm like, Nick,
because that's the nature of the city, bro. That's the nature of the city. And you would think the police union would support Nick. He got y'all your biggest raise y'all ever got. It came underneath Nick. I don't care what anybody says. So don't complain. Like afterwards, you complain. Like, what are you complaining for? You had a chance to change the dynamic in the city, and you didn't. In January 1st, by the time we get to spring next year, the same people that didn't do anything is going to be complaining. My pastor did a sermon that you can't trust complainers because they lack action.
Well, that's all they're doing is complaining, and they're not doing anything to change the situation or anything to fight the situation, but they're just complaining. Absolutely. Absolutely. Once again, for all those who just tuned in, just one more time, today is that national holiday, Damon K. Jones Day, the day my brother was born. It's his birthday. So happy birthday to my brother, and happy birthday to his birthday twin, Tasha Young. And happy birthday to Dr. Bob, whose birthday is the 29th, which I believe is Tuesday. So happy birthday to our Black Westchester family and everybody else. All the Leos out there. I think it's Leo, right? Y'all Leos? Y'all Leos? All y'all Leos out there.
Yeah, we Leos.
Yeah, all y'all Leos out there.
So I see Rose, but it says her mic is not connected.
Yeah, she had popped on and then popped. I don't think she's fully connected.
No, we see, man, because we're gonna end this quick.
Oh, absolutely.
It's my birthday. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this real quick.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Damon. Hey, Nancy K. the mother. How are you,
Nancy?
Doing?
What's up, Nancy? How you doing? Thank you.
Another person out there fighting for justice for a loved one for years, and
absolutely.
And Black Westchester stands with her in her fight for justice.
So let's go to might as well.
Happy birthday, Damon. Enjoy your day, Cookie Alexander Campbell.
Hey, thank you, Cookie. Thank you. So as always, y'all got to go to Black Westchester. Hold on.
The way the political system is structured,
new voter participation is not encouraged. A current system. Yep.
Shout out to E.P. Davis.
True. But who like at the end of the day, who has time to do all that work, man? Like people have lives, you know, and it's really hard to get people involved. And a lot of the people, when I first moved to Mount Vernon, a lot of those people that were involved then, really involved, especially from the north side, they were old then.
Right.
They were old then. So now they're not as active and nobody took their place.
And then there's the thing that you said about, you know, the city being a retaliatory city.
Right. And then it becomes a retaliatory city. And then this person don't like you, and this. I mean, come on, man. Like, just do your job. Just do your job. But you can't tell me you doing your job and the cities look like the condition of it in. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that, you know, that something's wrong when the parks look the way they're not fixed. I grew up in Greenburgh. Wasn't no way a park wasn't going to get fixed in Greenburgh. I never understood. I ain't never lived in that type of condition that I had to march to fix my park. Lyndon Williams is marching for the city to fix a park. What is that?
I remember that day. I remember the day you called me and you said we're going to cover something. And I was like, what are they marching about? It was like marching to fix the park. And I was like, wait, marching to fix the park? I had just come back. I had been from Georgia. I had just been back like a year or two. And I'm like, wait, what? And they was the unity and the community thing. And it was like they started the march at Memorial Field, and it was marching all the way over to his church. And they were marching primarily for the fixing the park. And I was thrown off at that for a minute. I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do to bring attention to things, and I understand that. But it's like they wasn't marching for better schools. They wasn't marching for criminal justice. They was marching for the park. And that was crazy. And I don't think you have too much of that in other cities where they, you know. As a matter of fact, the county had given money to several cities in that fund, and all those other projects have been done. They tore down. They built Yankee Stadium during that time. They rebuilt the Tappan Zee Bridge during that time. They rebuilt Shea Stadium during. Like, yo, dude, you know how much stuff got built during that time that it took for Memorial Field to actually go through? They rebuilt Yankee Stadium. They built a new Yankee Stadium, like a whole building.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you know, it's
I remember being in Andre's office, and Andre just being in his building, and one of his boys was talking, and they were just talking, and the person bet him that the Tappan Zee Bridge would be finished before Memorial Field. He's like, oh, no way. He bet that dude. And they got money, so they bet like free. They bet like the other one had to pay for lunch for the year or something crazy like that. Yo, there's no way you could have told Andre that he was going to lose that bet. Like, there's no way that they was going to build a whole bridge before they finished Memorial Field, which had already been started way before that. And the bridge went up first.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a classic case of governmental dysfunction, you know, and it just wasn't one administration. It was three.
You know, and you know what? So there is something to say when you do find the right candidate, the right elected official, and there's the continuity of, you know, them, because a lot of like Clinton did what he did and got the thing approved, and Ernie came in and wanted to change the plans. and then he didn't get it fully approved, and then Richie came in and wanted to change the plans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there is something to say with, you know, when you vote the right people in. Like, when we were doing the show, Greenberg has had the same town supervisor the whole time we've done this show. White Plains has had the same mayor the whole time we've done the show. I think Yonkers has had the same mayor.
No. Have they? No.
Who?
No, I think Roach wasn't the mayor when we started.
Okay, well, out of 10
basically,
years.
Well, basically, the majority of time has been Roach.
Right. The majority of that time.
Greenberg has always been Paul Fine.
And up until Yadira won, New Rochelle had the same mayor for all that time. Like, everybody else had.
And Mike Spano been in 3 terms.
4 terms. This is 4th term.
This is 4th term?
Yeah. After 4th term. After the city voted on a 2-term limit, they extended the terms twice.
They
extended the term
that's so gang.
To a third.
Yeah, that is so. They
extended
gangster.
the term to a third term.
Listen,
and then they extended the term to a 4th term.
I swear to God, I have to write a movie about that. Like that is like a movie with instead of that's a movie with the dude. What was the guy from the House of Cards that Kevin Spacey played? Like, I would love to see a movie about that process with Kevin Spacey playing Mike Spano the same way he played the dude from the House of Cards. Because, dude, how do you do? That's gangster. Big shout out to Mike Spano. Big shout out to Mike Spano.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, bottom line, he got elected and reelected, and when he said he wasn't going to run again, they changed the term limits. He got elected again, and then they changed the term limits. He got elected again. In that time, they got that big studio in there. The waterfront has been built and thriving. I mean, a lot of things happen under Spano. So
big shout out to Mike Spano. Like that's I'm Mike. If you're watching, if anybody knows Mike watching, tell him that Damon said, bruh, when you're out of politics, you got to write a book on how you did that and then make it a story. And I'm telling you, it will either be a Netflix special on Hulu or on something on how you was mayor for 4 terms when the charter is only 2. I am telling you, bro. I'm telling you, you got to do it. It will be award winner, bro. With a little comedy in it.
The funny thing is,
award winner.
All the people that were protesting and saying, "Yo, we didn't vote on this," and they were complaining about the extent.
Then they go around and then they go right back and vote for him.
When election time came, he won. He won
hands down,
overwhelmingly. Both times, like
yo, dude, that is that's crazy. So check out blackwestchester.com for all y'all. We got some articles up there. Universal fraud. We got the article Universal Fraud. How policies for Black America became programs for everybody. I meant to put this in my book, but I forgot to do it. And I might have to go, but I don't feel like changing. I don't know how am I going to fit this in without changing the whole book. But there's not one policy, and I want people to understand, there's not one policy from the Civil Rights Law to the Fair Housing Act to affirmative action to DEI that Black people solely benefited from. So we did all the groundwork while everybody benefited even more than what we did, even the Civil Rights Act. So this is a wake-up call to Black America when it comes to policies and how we vote. And it's not even about whether you vote in Democrat or if you if you are, well, yeah, hijacked, absolutely. If you Democrat or Republican, is that even the laws that have been passed, we were not the major beneficiaries of the laws, even though that we did the work, even the civil rights, and we're the ones that got our ass whipped all through that era trying to get this bill. So, you know, that's what I talk about in my book, Emotional Politics, Logical Failure, when it comes to Black communities and a Black political agenda. There's nothing, you can't hide it now. The numbers are there, the statistics are there. And you still got these people talking about DEI. We didn't benefit from DEI, not at all. And the numbers will show you. Your emotions and your feelings and all that might say, oh, that, but the numbers says it all. We did not benefit from it. So what are we fighting for? What do you got all these Black pastors and all this stuff fighting for it when white women was the major beneficiaries of DEI? Maybe a good group of in the know Negroes got some contracts, but overall with Black people, it did not close the wealth gap. Actually, it widened because more white women that were married to rich white men got board jobs. So we have to really pay attention to how policies work. The people who are talking about it did, absolutely. Absolutely. But Black people in the whole, we didn't, they keep popping in. I just saw somebody pop in, but they're not connected though.
Well, Debbie Diamond is connected. Her camera's not on. Her mic is on. Her camera's not on.
Let me see if we could bring them in.
So all you wrestling fans, we lost another legend, Hulk Hogan passed, I believe, earlier this week. Yeah, so shout out to all the Hulkamaniacs out there.
Hello, Debbie, you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here with Rosalind Gisa.
Oh, okay. We was wondering.
We had a technical problem here on our end.
Can you turn your camera on?
We basically got it rectified by using my phone, so here we are.
Can you turn your camera on?
Can you turn your camera on? No?
No, we weren't able to do so. For whatever reason, the browser wouldn't permit it. I don't know. And on Rose's phone, it wouldn't permit the microphone or the camera. So at least I managed to get the microphone. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
I apologize
welcome.
for that. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. And let the people that are watching know what y'all guys are doing.
Well, okay. Well, which one of us is going to start here? Okay. Basically, what it is Rose Longisa, along with her family, has opened up a.
Y'all have things on?
I'm sorry?
Do you have two different devices on? I'm hearing the echo.
Wait, I don't think we do.
Okay, how is that?
How about that now? No, we still have an echo.
Yeah.
I hear the echo and too.
Do both of y'all have your phones?
Okay. I just shut off.
Yeah, Rose just shut hers off.
I don't hear nothing.
Well, you didn't hear the echo that was coming through your end either.
No, I don't even know why I got echo. I have no clue.
It's all good now, but I was hearing that echo though.
Is it okay now? Oh, I guess so. Okay.
That sounds better.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, basically what we're doing, actually Rose is doing this. I'm on her board of directors, but Rose, along with the rest of the Longisa family, has opened up an African museum right here in Mount Vernon.
Really?
Yes, she's actually come here to the United States since
87.
And was educated here in the United States as far as college is concerned. She went over to Iona University, I should say, and has lived in Mount Vernon ever since she came to America. And basically, the family had wanted to give something back to the community. They had opened up a gallery in 1996, I believe it was.
Right.
I believe it was around July of 1996, to be exact, and has all of African artifacts from all over the continent of Africa. But she does have a focus on Tanzania because that is where she's from. And an opportunity had presented itself a few months ago. We've been talking about this. Like I said, I'm on her board. I'm on her board too with the gallery. But we talked about this for a while about opening up a museum. The idea came to us around, I'd say 2019, 2020. And of course, COVID had hit and things were put on the back burner for a while. But um, by some grace of God, basically, an opportunity presented itself a few months ago, and she was able to purchase a property that was directly next door to her existing gallery, and decided to take a chance on this and said, you know what, she wanted to finally put the museum in that she's always wanted to do. So again, there are artifacts that are from all over the continent of Africa, but we will have a permanent exhibit with artifacts from Tanzania, because like I said, that is her home country. And
What
that's
is
basically
what
what
is
we're
the
doing.
name? Sorry, what is the name of the gallery and where is this
Okay, the
museum?
gallery is the Longisa African Gallery, and
Okay,
it's
I've heard of
located,
that. Yes.
okay, 374 Hawthorne Terrace in Mount Vernon. And the museum, I believe, is at 366 Hawthorne Terrace, which is the house directly next door. And that's also in Mount Vernon. And then across the street at 375, we have an extension of the gallery, which is also a bed and breakfast. So the main part of the gallery, or actually of the house itself, is set up, like a gallery, like a living room, and people can basically come in here. They can do some photographing, and interior designers can basically come in here too to get a general idea of what it would be to decorate their clients' homes in an African, motif. So, and in addition
Okay.
to that, people can basically come and stay here. So we have a few rooms that are available for rent for travelers who want to come in. It's equivalent to a bed and breakfast, but basically what it is, it's in a luxury inn at the at the gallery. So that one is called the African Oasis Luxury Inn at the Gallery. And like I said, it's an extension of the Longisa African Gallery. The museum itself is called the Longisa African Museum and Cultural Arts Center.
I
And
have to
we
go
have
check
an
it out.
official.
I heard of the gallery. I have not heard of the other two.
Well, the museum basically just opened, and like I said, it just so happened that the two properties happened to go up on the market at around the same time, and it was a prime chance and prime opportunity, basically, for Rose and her family to purchase those properties so that she could set up the bed and breakfast and then also set up the museum. But she could tell you a lot more about it, because she's sitting right here with me. And so now, without further ado, I'd like to present to you Rose Longisa, the founder and the one who is basically responsible for all this. But also, I would like to give a shout out to one other person in the family. Her name is Juliet Longisa. And if it really weren't for Juliet, none of this would have happened, because Juliet is the one who was responsible for all of the contracting, the construction of it, and the designing of it. So
Welcome.
she's the one. So now here we go. So
Yeah.
without further ado, here is Rose Longisa.
And thank you so much for having me on. And also, we need to tell everybody that we're going to be having Wakanda right here at the gallery on Saturday, August 30th.
Oh, great. Okay.
It's a community event, it's free. Anyone can come. And also, it's because we used to have it at the school. I think you've been there, right? At Trapegan. But now, since we don't have the funding, we have like no funding. So far, actually, we have zero funding so far. People have said they're going to give us some money, but we haven't received anything as of today. And so Wakanda is going to be back on the street where we started 8 years ago, right here in front of the gallery.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
I was going to ask you that. What was the decision not to have it at the school? Did the school give you a problem with having it at the school, or
No,
what?
no, no. With the school, you need funding. You need you need money to get it together. You need the school needs. You need to pay the school, and you need the stage, and then you need the sound, which is another like $8,000, and then you need the artists. Bigger stage, more money for the artists. So we don't have anything, and most of the time we fund half of the event with our family money, and right now things are very hard. We cannot afford to do it at the school. So that's why we're back on the street where we began. And it's going to be nice and small, but we'll be able to have it here. It's just that we're just waiting for the permit to close down the street right by Lennox so that, the traffic doesn't come through, because we don't want the young children and the elderly to be hurt if the cars come across. So we're just waiting for the council to approve that on the 13th, which is like
So,
2 weeks away from the festival.
so I was told that some of the neighbors went to one of the last city council meetings and they were opposed to this it being like a block party type of format.
Absolutely. Actually, we didn't go because we went before the council on that Monday to present our case. They invited us, so we thought everything was fine. But then on Wednesday, the neighbor, there's a
Meeting, there's an open meeting.
there was an open meeting, and these are people that are not even living in the affected area, because we're closing that from Lennox to Euclid. It's just 5 houses that are affected, and all the 5 houses, we don't have a problem. They can go through Lennox, they can go through Lexington, and then the other 4 houses on Euclid can go through Columbus. So we're not really disrupting the neighbors. For some reason, they just don't want Black excellence, and we're not really in their way. And on the 13th, we're going to go to the council and present our case. One of the families that lives on Traphagen was saying, one of them said that there's a lot of dirt left on the street. That's not true. I live right here. So we don't leave anything on the street. That's not how we roll. And then another one was saying we shouldn't have it if we don't have money. So how come they have beautiful cars? It's a lot of propaganda. And so we have to address this, and we have to come together. And Wakanda is going to happen.
Okay.
And
I think one of the other complaints that they were saying that the event was, cars parking just everywhere, like a bunch of traffic disturbing the neighbors and stuff like
that's
that.
not no, that's not true, because there was a doctor that lived there on the corner. He was really like a troublemaker, and he was in cahoots with one of the judges in Mount Vernon. So, and actually this year, Traphagen has allowed us to park in the school. So everybody's going to park in the school. So, and then they're just going to walk up the street, which is just half a block. So we're going to control traffic like that.
Okay, so for everybody that doesn't know Mount Vernon like that, we're talking about a half a block away from Traphagen, the school.
Absolutely. Half a block. Yes.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for the approval on the 13th.
Okay, definitely.
So wait, one question. So if for some reason those who oppose it keep making noise and the council doesn't approve it on the 13th, is there plans to push it back and still have the event later, or
No, we cannot push it back.
We can,
Everything has been sent out. All the cards have been sent out. There's nothing to push back, because these people that are complaining, and I don't want to say their nationality, because I could say where they come from, because this is really like it's really like very racist motivated to Black people, and it's really, really, really pissing me off. Yeah, because one of the person is a Mexican. It's a Mexican family, and then the other family is a Canadian, and then there's another Black person who said that we left later. That's not true. Me and Chef Ed, when we headed on the streets here 4 years ago, we walked up and down the street. We live here.
so?
We live here.
For I don't know if Brenda L. Crump, if she just tuned in, and if you don't mind answering the question again, because I know you addressed this. I asked you. I'm curious to know why the Wakanda celebration is not taking place at Traphagen this year as it has in the past. So just in case she missed that, can you just say that again? Why it's not going to happen at Traphagen?
Because at Traphagen, you need thousands of dollars, and my family has been putting in money. And last year, the city, they gave us the American Rescue money they had from COVID, which was $20,000. So we were able to have it there. And then other people donated too. So you need a couple of thousand to have it at the school. You need to pay for the stage. The sound is 8,000. You have to pay the models. You have to pay the artists.
you also have to pay the school itself, and you have to pay for the custodians, and you have to pay for the Department of Public Works. There's a lot of things that are involved in it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. But last year the school was kind enough. We got like a break, but it's a lot of money to put together the festival at the school. A lot of money. You need a couple of thousands.
So having it where you're gonna have it, you won't have to pay. You said like paying the artist and paying the
Absolutely. Actually, we're not even getting a stage because the stage costs money. So we won't have a stage. We're gonna make a we're gonna make a small stage ourselves, and then the artists, two of them have really brought down the fees because they know what is going on. They want to support, so they reduce the fees. And then we also have a DJ who said they're going to volunteer helping us out so that we could have Wakanda. So we have really cut down the fees. That's the problem. We don't have the money. And so far, I know people have promised us to give us some money. I know the legislators, thanks to the legislators, they promised us to give us $10,000. So we're still waiting for that. And so once we get that, we should be able to pay, the sound and the artist and all that. But so far, we are only 5 weeks away, and nothing has happened financially.
Okay. Well, how do people, if they want to donate money to you and help your guys out, how do they reach you?
They can go to our website. We are a nonprofit, 501c3, wakandacelebration.org. As soon as you
Okay,
go
cool.
on, there's a donate button, wakandacelebration.org. Yeah, because and the way that things are moving, I think this is going to be our last Wakanda in
wow.
Mount
Wow.
Vernon. Yes, in Mount Vernon.
Some people had you had a couple of people paying watching. One asked, "Why don't you bring it to the South Side? You won't have these problems." And another a listener said, "Why not Brush Park or Memorial Field?"
Okay, okay. The
Okay.
South Side. You have to remember, I'm a South Side girl. I lived on 3 East Third Street in Mount Vernon, Mr. Brown's building. If anyone knows about Mount Vernon back in the day when I first came into this country in 1987, that was my home. 3 East Third Street. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was my building. So yes, we would love to bring it back to the South Side, but Brush Park will not work for us. Will not. And the people that have been supporting us have been people that live like around here. So we're giving back to those people, but the South Side people, my people, they're very welcome to come. And also we'll be working with the schools on the South Side. So, but Brush Park will not work. You know what? When you have a moment, please do stop by so that I can show you and you'll see what I'm talking about. Park will not work.
Absolutely. And the other one was what about Memorial Field? That the city working with the city.
Memorial Field, you need thousands of people. It's very, very huge, and so far we haven't had like a lot of support. So you need and I think the city would support us, but you need a lot of people to fill up Memorial Field. So maybe after a couple of years we could be able to do Memorial Field. That would be great, but for now it's just too big.
So some of the people who were opposed to this, they spoke. Um, for those who want to see this, they want to see this happen. What would you tell the people? What can they do?
Oh, please show up on Wednesday, August 13th. We're going to be there at the council meeting, 7 p.m. And if possible, they could call in to speak about this because this is very unfair. The people that spoke, they're not in the affected area at all. One person from 333 Hawthorne Terrace, and the one next to him, and then another person too, they're not in the neighborhood that's being affected. So anyone who wants to support us, please meet us there at the council meeting, Wednesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. Or they can reach out to me. They can email me, right?
Email or even send a letter
Yeah.
directly to us to tell us if they support it and they would like to, see this continue.
Yeah,
Or even send it to the councils and CC Rose.
My email is rose@luangisa.com, luangisa.com. So they could send letters of support. We really need letters of support for this to continue. Otherwise, this is the end of Wakanda. But we're going to
Wow.
move to a different city, maybe Bronxville, because they
We
want
get
us.
a lot of support up in Bronxville.
Yeah.
Bronxville?
Yes.
We get more
Yes.
support up in Bronxville, White Plains, than
Yes.
we actually do here.
Seriously?
In Area.
Seriously.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
yes.
we like to keep in the Fleetwood section of Mount Vernon because the majority of Rose's customers are here. So that's why we want to keep it in this section. And I mean, obviously, they've been supporting her since she came here in 1987 and opened up the gallery. But they're starting to get older now, so it's a little bit more difficult for them to get around, which is another reason why we don't want to bring it down to the south side, because this is a lot closer to where her clientele is.
Someone said if you promote it on the south side, the people will come.
Oh yes, we're promoting it on the south side. We're giving out flyers. I have people giving out flyers. Absolutely. No, we do have people from the south side. I'm from the south side of Mount Vernon too. I'm a south side girl, so we do promote. We have people there. I have a lot of friends on the south side. No. The south side is very, very welcome, and we're going to work with the schools on the south side. That's very important to me and very dear to me. I'm going to have workshop for the children on the south side. That's what I want my legacy to be.
Do you have a website or people that want to know more about the gallery and what you're doing? Is there a website, email address, Facebook page? People can follow.
If you just type in Luangisa, everything will pop up. Luangisa. And the museum website is LAMCAC, which stands for Luangisa African Museum and Cultural Arts Center. LAMCAC.org. It's also a nonprofit. And also we were accredited by the state of New York. So.
Well, thank y'all for coming on. And I hope this helps bring a little more attention to what y'all are doing. Someone from the gallery has contacted me a few times, I guess through email. So please contact me again. I got to try to make myself get myself over there, because I have not been able to get over there at the times y'all were having certain events. So please reach back out to me and let's see if I can get over there. Y'all can give me a little tour about what's going on. I can see it for myself.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I'll reach out to you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a blessed one.
Thanks. You too. Bye now.
So yeah, I'm aware of the gallery. They have actually hit us a few times. I think they actually might have taken out an ad at one point. And I think I did a write up once or twice on them. But I haven't had a chance to actually go to the gallery. I was not aware of the African Museum, and I mean, I'm sure. Because I want, that's what I really wanted to know, why it was no longer at Trap Hagen. That was like one of my questions, like what, because I did my research and there was no they didn't apply for it for this year. So, and I talked to a couple of the trustees, it wasn't something that they got voted down on. So I was curious to be, why wasn't it at Trap Hagen when it was before? So if like Damon and I always tell you, you want to keep seeing Black Westchester, y'all got to support it. If y'all want to keep seeing events like this, y'all have to support it. Like, we lose too many events in our neighborhoods and in our communities because we don't support them. And then when they're gone, we go, oh man, we don't have no programs. We don't have no nothing. Yeah, but when you have it, y'all are not supporting it.
Right.
Like there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do something as something like Memorial Field or like a Brush Park or something like, or even someone suggested where the Arts on 3rd was, so anyway, that's what's going on with the Wakanda thing. And they said they're going to the council on August 13th. Pro or for, if you want to know more about it, you want to see this keep going, make sure you go to that council meeting, you speak up. The process is usually you call up to a certain hour that day of the council meeting, you call up and get registered, and then you speak. So y'all want to see stuff like that going, step up to the council meeting and tell the council that you want to see it. The people that were against it, they showed up in big numbers from what I understand. So if y'all want to have it,
the people that are against it showed up in big numbers.
Yeah, that's what I asked her. I said I heard the people that opposed
listen,
it.
Man,
they showed up at the last. That's what she was saying. They showed up at the last meeting.
Look,
she was saying some of the people are not even in the area where they would be affected.
You know what? Then pack your shit and leave. Like, nobody has time. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody has time. Maybe I'm getting older. Maybe maybe it's my getting close to 60 attitude. But nobody has time. Nobody has time to be fighting to do something for the community. Absolutely not. If I gotta go through that, because even if they do it at Brush Park, even if they still gonna have to get permission from the city, correct?
Brush Park or Memorial Field, yeah, you got to get.
Yeah, they still gonna have to get permission from the city, and the haters are still gonna hate. So if the white folks in Bronxville want to do a Black Wakanda Day, and you ain't gonna have go through all these loopholes and all this, then go have it there. Like, White Plains want to do it, then go have it there. Like, I'm just, that's the way I'm living now, man. I'm not fighting to do something for the people that people don't want me to do it for. It's just not that's how Black folks is in this position now, trying to fight to sitting at a kitchen counter with people that don't like you are cooking your food. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make common sense. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not even doing. And you know what? And you know what's crazy? So we up here in Orange County, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Montika has the food truck. So we go to the Orange County clerk's office to get the permit. So we said, okay, we get this permit. Now we got to go to Middletown. We got to go to Goshen. We got to go this and that. You know what they told us? This ain't Westchester. Once you get this permit, you can go anywhere in the county you want to. What? Westchester, you got to get a permit in Mount Vernon. You got to get a permit in Yonkers. You have to get the permit from the county, the health permit, but then you got to go to every city in Westchester and get a separate permit. Lady told us, this ain't Westchester. Once you get this, you go wherever you want to go. You pull up wherever you want to go. It was like, what?
Wow.
Listen, I just wrote an article, another one, because it seems like we don't get it. And it seems like the people in New York just don't get it, how many Black people are leaving these blue states. And part of it is because of all this regulation. If you're trying to have businesses, which they don't have in red states. So, I mean, you got to get it together. You got to get it together here in the blue states, or you ain't gonna have a whole bunch of Black people left. At least those that gonna have the understanding on the business mind, because it's gonna be cheaper to do business in other states, as long as you got a website and you can sell online. Oh.
So, we had a second guest not coming.
And we about to end the show because it's my birthday and I'm out.
Unless Damon got a lot more he want to talk about.
I ain't got shit to say.
Yo,
bye.
One more time, shout out to my brother. It's his birthday. Today is Damon K. Jones' birthday. Today is his birthday twin Tasha Young's birthday. And Tuesday is Dr. Bob's birthday. So make sure y'all wish all of them a happy birthday, Black Westchester family. I'm done. And go enjoy your birthday.
Peace out.
Yes, till next week.
You ain't got to say nothing, brother. We out of here.
Thank you to everyone who supported us through Super Chat. Your contributions keep independent media alive and thriving. We couldn't do it without you. Stand up, speak out, rock the message that matters, community before party. Get your shirt today and let your vote wear your interest and values over party loyalty. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power. The Black Tax Pivot. How to survive and thrive under the Trump cuts. Free for a limited time, then available for $7.99 on Amazon. Inside, we break down how to use the new tax code to your advantage, how to restructure your business or start one, why trades and skills are your gateway to wealth, how to shift from spending to ownership fast. We don't have to like the game, but we better learn how to win it.
This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents the People Before Politics show, the news with the Black point of view.